In the last lecture, we have seen ID selector, which is used to select a single instance of the element based on the ID. But this time class selector. The class selector in CSS3 is used to select a group of elements which must have a common appearance based on the class name. For example, you want to show all the list of cities in a common appearance. So first you must apply a common class name for all those, and you have to use the class selector in order to select all of them at a time based on the class name. Dot is a symbol of class selector. So first you must apply the common class name by using the class attribute for all those tags which you want to select. You can apply multiple class name for the same tag as a space separated values inside the class attribute. So a common class name is used to represent similar elements such as list of cities or list of countries or any two or more elements that must have a common appearance. So the class name can be used multiple times within the same web page. For example, we have applied class equal to city for all the cities, and you can select all of them by using the class selector, that is .city. So once we have given the class selector .city, the browser selects all tags that are having class equal to city. And then you can apply a common style for all those elements. For example, in the course project, we want to apply common look and feel for all the cities by using the class selector. So in this application, first we have to apply a common class name such as class equal to city for all the cities, that is Goa, Kochi, Varanasi, and also Srinagar. And also I am going to apply a common class name for all the seasons, that is class equal to season for summer, winter, rainy and spring. So when you write .season now, it selects all these div tags which are having class equal to season. And when you select .city, it will select all the div tags that are having class equal to city. And now for the container boxes, that is popular destinations and Indian climate, we are applying a common class name, that is class equal to container for popular destinations and also for Indian climate. So in this example, we have mainly three class names, that is container, season and city. Now I am converting the ID selector as class selector by writing the dot followed by the class name, that is section. So for both of the sections, that is for popular destinations div and Indian climate div, the same style will be applied. And in the same way for all the cities, we are going to apply a common style, that is dotted border and 10 pixels margin. And in the same way, for all the seasons, we are applying a common style, that is 3 pixels inset border. And moreover, the ID selector always overrides the class selector. That means, for example, you want to highlight the winter specially, so that you can apply a different style by using the ID selector. So the style of ID selector, that is this particular margin and border, will override the styles that are applied by the class selector. Because the ID selector has more weight than class selector. Anyway, we will understand overriding the styles in the lecture called Style Precedence. So as per this example, For the winter div, even though it is having the class name season, the style of ID selector gets applied because ID selector overrides the class selector. But it happens only when you apply a common property in both selectors. In case if you apply different properties in both selectors, at that time the properties of both selectors will get applied. Sorry, I have written the class name wrongly. That should be .container. Because we have given class equal to container for both of the container divs. Now if you refresh the application, you can notice that all the cities are having a common appearance, that is for Kochi, Varanasi and Srinagar. And also all the seasons, that is summer, winter, rainy, etc. are having the same appearance except winter. Because we have applied the special style for the winter by using ID selector. At the time, the margin and border that are applied by using class selector have been overridden by ID selector. We will understand about the style precedence in the further lectures. This is all about class selector in CSS 3.